Remasters. The first Australian into the women's semis at an Olympics in 24 years.
She's a former beach sprinter that has moved to the track so successfully. She's won it off scratch.
It is seriously one of the all-time great runs at Storm.
Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. This week we are in Nice, France. I have had an entire week off everything. My last vlog was obviously Rabat, Morocco, Diamond League. Oh, I felt horrible. Like, I just wanted to go home at that point. Like, there's nothing worse than being sick overseas alone. Like, I was just like, get me home. But at the same time, I could not fathom another 30-hour flight because I'd done so many in the last 3 weeks. So I'm really glad that I stayed here in Nice just for a little bit of downtime and just took the complete week off training. My body is thanking me for it. You could probably still hear in my voice that I still am a little bit like nasally, but my energy is back. I'm actually pumped to be going to the track today for the first time in a week. If you threw me back to last week, I would have said retire now, don't ever want to see the track again. Like, that's how crap I felt. I have no idea what I had, but it well and truly rocked me, and I've had like the grossest snot and coughing and yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about that because that's really gross. But anyway, that's just the reality of what happens when you're on the road as an athlete. Sometimes you can pick up sicknesses and it's really not ideal when you need to be performing, especially when you're jet lagged. I feel like I just got thrown it all at once and it was like, have fun with that. So funny because I was like on the start line and I was like, I feel good, like trying to trick my brain, and like I did not feel good. The mind was willing, the body wasn't. Anyway, we move on. Great experience. Today I thought, why the hell not get the camera back out because I'm feeling myself again and take you guys along for a week of training in Nice. So I'm here until Friday, and today I have a track session planned, and then tomorrow is gym, Wednesday track, Thursday gym, and then Friday I'm going to London for Beyonce on the Saturday. So I'm meeting, you guys would know Jack, one of my best friends. He was in my bridal party, he was my bridesman, and he is a big lover of Beyonce. And I said to him, if you really want to go to Beyonce, I'm sure I can make my race plans work around that, and he ended up booking the tickets. So my plans have changed like multiple times. I was supposed to go home from Japan for about a week and a half, and then I was going to fly over to Europe for probably like 2 to 3 months and do the European circuit. But I didn't expect to win Tokyo, so I got some great points for qualifying for World Champs there. And then I got the invite to the Diamond League within like 3 days notice. So I was like, hell yeah, why the hell not? Let's go. And then that just changed everything. It was like, all right, let's go to this Diamond League. Let's go to Nice for 2 weeks of downtime and training. And then we'll go to Beyonce. And then I'm going home. I'm going home on the 8th, which I'm very excited about. For those who know me, they know that I am a homebody. I often get very homesick, and especially for like the amount of time that we're over here for. Like, you know, I could have been here for 2 to 3 months. So now I'm really grateful that I can go home and slip back into my routine a little bit, see Matt, see Maple, go to work. Long story short, I love home, so I think it's really important that I go home. I get a month in, I'm a month at home, I'm gonna train, I'm gonna get back to work. I think my body needs it. Like, I haven't stopped since January, and it's been an incredible domestic start to the international season. So we're gonna get in a block, we're gonna go back to work, because if I do qualify for the World Championships, I wanna be in good shape. So yeah, it's really hard to just continue racing because you just kind of forget about the work. So yeah, we're going home. I have booked my flights back here for early to mid-July, and then I'll be here for like another month. So Euro season isn't done yet, so we're gonna get back into work, just a light session to get the legs ticking again, see how we feel, because at the start of last week I was like coughing, I couldn't breathe. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how I go. It is very warm here. I need to make some breakfast. I have booked an Airbnb that has a kitchen, a washing machine and all that stuff, because I feel like that is like a non-negotiable for me. I need to be able to, 1, wash my clothes on the go because I don't have many, and 2, I want my own kitchen because I think it's so important that I cook my own meals on the road. I feel like if I went out for every meal, I would be broke and I'd be putting on a lot of weight, because I I went to a restaurant the other night and the pasta serving size was like, I was like, is this a joke? Anyway, I came home with so much and I still didn't eat it all. But yeah, so I'm gonna cook some breakfast. I brought over a lot of my supplements with me. So I've just been making my usual go-to oats in the morning with lots of fresh fruit and a coffee. Coffee is not good here. Oh, that's the one thing I miss about home is coffee. I brought over some of the tea bags that you can buy at Coles and Woolies back at home because I feel like it was just easy just to have a tea bag coffee. Not the best. Not the best when you have a coffee machine at home too that you miss dearly. I got a coffee out yesterday and I don't know, they just don't know how to froth milk here. It was literally like half froth, and I feel like the brand of milk and obviously the coffee bean make such a difference, and it's just not it here. Yeah, dreaming about a coffee back at home. But anyway, let's make some breakfast and head to the track. Alright, so I found my way into the track and it is so warm here today. Obviously grateful I'm somewhere warm. Not sure why I chose to train at 11 a.m. Hopefully I get a nice tan doing it. I've got my briefs today. I'm going to wear my brief so I don't get a nice little shorts tan line because my shorts tan line is getting worse and worse and worse. Anyway, I found this little spot in the shade behind the pole vault shed because there's really not much shade around and I'm going to need that. So I'm going to get stuck into my warm-up. I'm just going to read out what today's session is. So hopefully I don't die, but I think I'm going to be okay. So I'm going to do a warm-up and then I just need to do 2 20-meter flies with a 30-meter build. Not at 100%. None of this session is 100%. This is more just about ticking the legs over, getting the body moving again after a week off and obviously being sick. And then I need to do 4 30-meter 3-point starts and then 4 80-meter strides at 80%. So yeah, not a fast session, nothing hard, but something to get the heart rate up and get the body moving again. So let's get into it. Guys, she's back. Feels nice to be back on the track. Feels good to be moving again. I definitely felt a little bit stiff today and I feel like I probably would have expected that after I was a couch and a beach potato for an entire week. But really good to get the legs ticking over, the heart rate going, the blood pumping, and just getting ready to send it again, really. Really cruisy session, and then hopefully we can do something a little bit more intense come Wednesday on the track. It is like 7 p.m. and I came back from the track, had some food, and literally just got stuck into work, and I jumped in my Normatec boots and just recovered. I am very tired. I'm definitely looking forward to some sleep tonight. I have just made some dinner, so this is what we've got today. We've got a steak, some capsicum and zucchini, which was just like all the veggies I could find at the store that I was happy with, and some fries. So yum. I usually have barbecue sauce with my steak, but I don't have any barbecue sauce, so this is going to be very bland, but it is what it is. I'm just tired. I want to go to bed, and I'll just see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Tuesday. Today is a gym day. I've just packed my bags and I'm about to jump on the tram to head back down towards the track because that's where the gym is. It's like a 45-minute tram ride, and I know that sounds a little bit excessive, but it is so much better staying in like the city in Old Nice. There's so much more to do around here, more people. It's a little bit like quiet down near the track, so I don't regret the decision. Anyway, I thought I just wanted to touch on how I've been recovering over the past week. Obviously, I said I was sick. I went through jet lag and I took the whole of last week off to get better. And my number one priority was to recover, like get my stats back on track. And for those who have been following me for a while, or if you're new here, I use the Whoop to track my sleep and recovery and just really get dialed in on the 1%ers that will help my performance. I've been using it for well over a year now and I absolutely love it. I don't let my life depend on it though. I think I just treat it as like a supplementary thing because, you know, if you wake up on race day with a red, like, you can't let it get to your mind. You've got to get out there. You've got to get the job done. Usually if I'm in the red, you know, I feel like I'm in the red. My body is signaling that you're unwell, which was pretty much me in Rabat. So I just wanted to show you my stats from last week. Now, if you're familiar with the Whoop, you've got red, yellow, and green recovery. Red is obviously not great. Yellow is like, and green, you're smooth sailing. This was me last week. I had an average of 37% recovery. Like, what in the world? Obviously, like I said, jet lag, sickness, it really rocked me. So this week I was like, girl, get yourself back in the green. And this is what this week looks like. Pop off. I am so proud of myself with an average of 84% recovery. So for me to get back on track, I think my sleep was the main thing that helped me do that. Now, my sleep consistency was so bad last week. Obviously, time zone change, sickness, trying to race, all that stuff. Check out the upward trend from last week to this week. We've literally gone from 50% sleep consistency to 90% today, which is awesome. It just shows that going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time really pays off and your body just loves you for it. So another thing that I noticed last week was my sleep stress was through the roof. Now, I have never seen anything like it. You could definitely tell my body was just working overtime to recover. My heart rate was at an average one night of 74 beats per minute whilst I was asleep. Like, that's me awake walking around the city in Nice. Like, look how much sleep stress I had. So the orange is like all of that stress. Like, that's last week. This is this week. Like, look how much more blue there is. So to track all of my recovery, I use the Whoop 4.0. They have recently released the Whoop 5.0, which looks so cool. I am yet to try it and I do hope to get my hands on it, but I can get you guys a free month. Just click the link below, I'll pop it in the description. You can basically just sign up, get a free month, see if you like it, and then you can sign up for a year subscription. I feel like the Whoop has been a massive part of my growth as an athlete, especially over the last 2 years. It has given me insights that I would not normally get. It has helped me determine what benefits me and what doesn't benefit me when it comes to my sleep and recovery. So every morning, obviously if you've got one, you know this, but you do a journal every single morning and you journal all of the things that happened that day before, whether you took magnesium, whether you had caffeine, whether you slept in a dark room or in your usual bed. You can log all those things and it tells you what things have been impacting and what things have been benefiting. So for me, I know that screens before bed impacts my recovery, and that is a bad habit of mine because obviously I work a lot. I work a day job, but then I also have to edit and do all these things for you guys as well. So trying to fit that in my schedule is so hard, and sometimes I'm up late staring at my phone, but that has shown to really not benefit my recovery. So I have tried to stop doing that. Another thing I mentioned before is my sleep consistency. That also shows to benefit me if I'm going to bed at similar times and waking up at similar times. I think Matt really holds me accountable for that. I can honestly get so carried away with work and trying to tick everything off where Matt will be like, come on, in bed, lights off, put your phone down. So he's really good at keeping me accountable for that. But I need to listen to my Whoop, listen to the stats, and know that it's going to help me in the long run with my recovery and my performance. All right, enough yabbling on. I'm going to head down to the gym now, so I will see you guys there. I'm back and I popped to the grocery store on my way back to get some little things for lunch and dinner. I'm only here for 2 more days now, so I didn't really grab too much, although I think I grabbed too much water, but that's all right. You can never have enough water. Oh no, I squished my baguette. I got a baguette because I have so many eggs left over. I was like, let's just have some eggs for lunch, and then I'm gonna have a bit of baguette, and I bought some smoked salmon because I'm obsessed with smoked salmon. At home, I eat it like it's going off the chart, and I haven't had it since I got here, so I thought it was about time. And then I also just grabbed some little snacks like these high pro yogurts, YoPro in other words, but this is a stracciatella flavour, so I thought this would be really good for a little sweet treat after dinner. And then I got a little bit of fruit because I'm just craving fruit, and then I got some strawberries to go on my breakfast because they were cheap. And then I've also got some ravioli I think I'll have tonight with some tomato pesto, but I bought some chicken to pop in that as well for protein. Tomato sauce, probably a bit late to buy this, but I wish I had that last night with my dry as steak. And then some chippies for a little snack, and probably gonna take these on the plane with me to London so I have a little snack to eat. But anyway, let's cook some lunch. Good morning guys, it is Wednesday and we're back at the track for another session. Today's session is a bit more intense than it was on Monday, so I'm really looking forward to it, and I have got the blocks out today, so keen to jump back into some speed. It is rainy and wet here today. It is a little bit chilly but not too cold. I am really sad the sun's not out for my last session here on the track, but that's okay, we'll make do. It is at least not absolutely freezing because that would be miserable. Anyway, today's session I've just done my warm-up by the way, and I'm about to put my spikes on to get into it. So I'm about to do 2 20-meter flies with a 40-meter build at 100% today, 4 10-meter starts, 4 30-meter starts, 2 50 starts, and 2 rolling 80 meters. Everything is at about 95 to 100% with full recovery in between everything. So solid session today. I didn't wake up too sore from Monday or yesterday's gym, so that's good. But if anything's gonna make me sore, I think it could be this. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, we're just gonna put the camera there. My box starts don't feel too bad today. They felt horrible in Rabat, obviously, when I'm sick. Now, I need to play with my box starts because I feel like the last few box starts that I've done in races, I've just not come out well, like I have been. So, I just watched back my box start just then and it was good, but I feel like my back leg is just like that little bit too straight. So I think I'm gonna play with the settings a little bit. I did change my box starts a little bit this season because I did feel like I was so cramped up, but I feel like this foot is just too far back. So we're gonna move it one setting and see how that changes things. All right, third 10-meter start, let's go. All right, let's review that one on the camera. I think I tripped over a little bit, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes I trip over when I find the right positions. Let's have a look. Having a tripod at the track is so handy when you don't have anyone here to watch you, or even when you do. It's so good to self-assess, I love it. Yeah, back leg looks way better position. Now that was pretty good. All right, now for my last 10, I really need to get better at throwing my hand forward first, because every time, if you watch slowly, I'll put it in slow-mo on my last one, my hands go up and back before they go forward. I used to put a bit of tape on the ground and like mound it a little bit, and I used to try and like hit it with my hand so that in the video I could see if I hit it. I just need to be getting things moving forward quicker. Honestly, I don't know why I'm giving block advice. I mean, this is what I'm working on with my team. Blocks are not my strong suit. They're forever a work in progress, and we're getting there. They've come a long way, not gonna lie. All right, last one. Hand forward. All right, let's review that one. It felt a little weird, but weird is not always a bad thing. Yes! Left hand went forward, let's go. Now we're just gonna make that consistent, because practice makes perfect. I feel like it's always not easy to do it in training, easier to do it in training because you're thinking about it, but when you get to race day, you don't want to be thinking about arm forward, foot back, push, I don't know, like you just want it all to happen naturally. You want to have done all the work in training so your body just remembers, muscle memory. So often when I race, these things get forgotten, but I feel like the more I can practice it in training and keep trying to nail it in training, my body will do it in a race. And one day we're going to put the start and the finish together and it's going to be great. You know what else has also gotten better is my heel recovery. As a beach sprinter, I used to like loop really badly, and by that I mean like when I come out of the blocks, I would like step up and over. Obviously I used to be running on sand and trying to get up on top of the sand, but on track you want to have a lower heel recovery so that it's coming through and it's just much quicker and you can just drive back and use the track, not like on sand. So that has definitely come a long way as well. So we're going in the right direction, slowly but surely. All right, on to the 30s. All right, so I've done my 430 starts, I've done my 250 starts, and I've just done one rolling 80, and I need to do one more, and then I can get out of here because this girl is so hungry. Good morning everyone, it is Thursday morning, it is my last day here in Nice and I'm just having some breakfast before heading down to the gym. I have made again my oats. I feel like I have had this every single morning and it is so yum. I feel like I'm going to continue this little oat fruit. I don't usually put this much like fresh fruit on top, but I feel like I'm going to continue this when I get home. Alright, gym is done. I'm outside now and I'm waiting for an Uber. This morning was a little bit complicated because there's actually a strike going on with the bus and tram system today only. And I didn't know that until I got down to the bus stop and there was no signs to say anything, but I just like looked it up on the internet and it was like strike today, 5th of June. And I was like, cool. So how am I getting down there? Anyway, Uber it was. It was like a $30 Uber for not very far, like 15 minutes. And it was actually really hard to get an Uber because obviously a lot of people use public transport around here. The roads aren't great, not many people have cars. So all the Ubers were pretty much booked, but I got one. So I'm hoping I can get one back. And I was planning to go to the beach, grab my favorite baguette down in Old Nice, but I'm like a 4-kilometer walk from my Airbnb to there. So if the trams and buses aren't working, I just don't think that that's going to happen today, which is really sad because I wanted to have one last swim and baguette before I leave, but that's okay. I think I'm just going to Uber back to a little cafe. I think it's called Garden Cafe that's near my Airbnb, and I think I'm going to get lunch there because I went in there for a coffee and a croissant the other day and the food looked really good. So that's just going to have to do, and then we'll walk back to my Airbnb. Morning guys, I'm just about to get in an Uber and head down to Nice Airport because we're going to London. It's time for Beyonce. I am just trying to make my bag slightly lighter. I have 25 kilos purchased and it's like 25.7 and I do not want to risk anything with EasyJet. So I'm going to put some stuff in my carry-on because I do have a large cabin bag and a handbag. So let's get this thing zipped up and get on the road. So I just just made it to London and I've come straight to the track with my bags and everything. It's been a big travel day, but I need to fit in a session. I've got to do 2 flies, 50 build, 30 fly, so big flies, and 3 120s. Now, currently I'm at the indoor track, which is very nice. I wish I had one of these in Australia. It's a little bit chilly outside, so I'm doing my warm-up in here and my flies, because there is a really nice 110 meter straight. I wish it was 120, but I'm gonna have to go to the outdoor track to do my 120s. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so I've just arrived at my Airbnb and I've booked this little like studio apartment. Anyway, of course the room that I've booked is literally on the top floor. So I have these tiny stairwells. There is 3 of them to get this bad boy up there. Wish me luck. Alright. 1 flight of stairs done. Alright, we've made it. So here's my little studio apartment for the next 2 nights. Pretty cute, pretty cozy. I did book something that is close to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, so that's where Beyonce is playing. My friend is staying at his other friend's house in Battersea, which is like on the other side of the city, and I was like, you know what, that's just too far. I know by the end of the concert I'm just going to want to get home. So we booked here. Anyway, cute little bathroom. Not much to it, lots of mirrors. Anyway, I am going to have a shower because I need to get ready to catch the train to go and see Jack, and I think I've been in Georgia I can't remember if I've met Georgia before, but Georgia lives here. I'm really excited to see them. I can't wait to give Jack a big cuddle, and I'm excited for a pub feed and maybe a drink because we've had a really good couple of months and I haven't got to celebrate yet, even in the slightest way, like 1 drink. So let's go.
Say hello. Oh, they would.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other?
Cheers.
Good afternoon guys, it's time for Beyonce and I'm literally about to head out the door to the train station to go and meet my friends. I'm meeting with Jack and Georgia, who I had dinner with last night, and then there's 2 others that I've never met before who are coming with us. So we have a nice little group of people. We will be in like the general admission standing mosh, so we are going a little bit earlier to line up to hopefully get a good position. I know Jack really wants a good position. He is in love with Beyonce, so I'm so excited to see his reaction, like seeing her on stage in real life. I think I'm just going to be laughing and watching him cry the whole time. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a quick little fit check before I walk out the door. Now, this morning I haven't really done much. I literally just went to Stratford Westfield and did some shopping because I'm obsessed with all of the shops here. I don't know what it is, but I feel like everything fits me better. It is like a dream for tall girls. Like all the jeans are just amazing. Like I'm coming home with like 4 pairs of jeans. I'm hoping my bag's not too heavy. And just like all of the basics. It's just cheap and like nice and flattering, so I couldn't help myself. So part of the outfit that I'm wearing today is part of the pieces that I have bought either here in London or in Nice. So here's what I'm wearing. Sorry, I'm like squeezed into the bathroom because this room is so small. I don't know where else to show you guys what I'm wearing. I can barely even see what I'm wearing. But anyway, my tank is from Bershka. I bought it today while I was out shopping. My skirt is from Zara and I got it in Nice. I love skirts over skirts. I think skirts are really cute, but I hate when I feel like I'm like on show or having to like pull it down all the time. So like I love the inbuilt shorts. And then I put it with a belt that I got from White Fox Boutique, and then a bag from Bellini, I think it was, and I love it. It's got like the shoulder strap, so I can just kind of like hang it around and like not have to worry about it. And then of course I had to get some cowgirl boots. Now I didn't own cowboy boots before this, but it's the Cowboy Carter tour. I was like, I have to get cowgirl boots. I'm probably never going to wear them again. But yeah, I got them from Pretty Little Thing for like $100. I was not willing to pay over $100, but it was so hard to find ones that I actually liked. These are actually really comfortable. I just don't think I'm ever going to wear them again. And then I paired it with this brown leather jacket that I got from, I think it's from Princess Polly, which I think is really cute. I can wear with like jeans and like out to dinner and stuff. And yeah, this is the fit. Now I better go, otherwise I'm going to be late to meet everyone.
So I caught the train to the stadium to meet Jack and friends, and this chick just gave me a poncho. Shit. How excited are you?
I'm very excited, a bit nervous.
How long have you been waiting to see Beyonce?
A long time.
Since you came out of the womb.
Yeah, I was soaking out of the womb. Oh my god!
Guys, I'm back from Beyonce. Oh my god, my feet are on absolute fire. Like the balls of my feet hurt so much. Anyway, I can't wait to take these bad boys off. This is how I was dressed the whole time. Cute outfit, just absolutely covered up by a poncho because it rained pretty much the whole time before she came out on stage and then a little bit when she was on stage. So I was just drenched the whole time. My hair is just, nah, why did I even bother doing it? I wish I went with no makeup on because like all of the water was just like running down my face and like pretty sure like my foundation was like dripping on my white top. It was a mess. Anyway, getting back here, whoa. Like we could not get on the tube. Like it was so busy. It was not even funny. So we walked like 3 kilometers and then I was like, I'm just gonna get on the bus because it was quicker to come straight down to where I was staying. Anyway, I'm back. It's midnight and I need to get up in 3 hours. Yeah. We're leaving here at like 3:45-ish. I'm gonna wake up at 3:15, sort out my bags, and then walk to the tube because I'm gonna get the tube down to the airport because it's just quicker in London. Like, an Uber costs so much money here. It's crazy. The dollar's obviously not good, so it's just like, nah, we're not doing that. So we've got a big morning ahead of us to get home. So I'll see you guys then. Good night.
Hey guys, sorry I haven't picked up my camera since I started flying home. It's been a long trip home, but I slept really well on the plane. I'm now home now, and we're currently at GYG. First stop at home. I'm so hungry. It's like 6:30 p.m. here. And I'm back with Maple. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Mummy's home. Just so nice to be back with Matt and Maple. I'm so excited to be home. I cannot wait to have a shower and eat this GYG. I've got some nachos coming. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, the first of many international tour videos of mine. So please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear from you all, and I will see you in the next one. Say bye. Bye.